Hey guys. This is my Raw, SmackDown, and NXT UK review. I decided to add NXT UK since it was only one women's match, so it wasn't too bad. This will probably be a long one. I'm probably gonna spend most of my time, most of the video, on Ronda versus Nikki, just because, and a lot of what's gonna be going down in my Friday video is gonna be Ronda versus Nikki. So yeah. So what I'm going to do is I am going to read off all of the segments except for the one with Ronda versus Nikki, since that one is the one that I'm gonna talk about the most. So I want to leave that one to the last. So I'm gonna do all my Raws, all my SmackDowns, all my NXT UK, and then I'm gonna do Nikki versus Ronda's segments last. So let's get into it. Raw women's segments. Ember and Nia versus Dana and a returning Tamina. I loved that Tamina. I love the Tamina and Nia exchange. We saw that a little bit at Survivor Series last year, and we saw that a little bit in the Women's Royal Rumble, and we saw it again here, and it was really, really good. I really liked it. So yeah, Tamina getting Nia on her shoulders and Samoa dropping her was freaking great. I love that. Ember and Nia win, and they all start eliminating each other till Dana is the only one left. Standing in the ring, because there will be a battle royal at Evolution where the winner gets a future women's championship match. Really good match. I hope we see a Nia and Tamina feud. I feel like that would be really great for both stars. And I figured that a battle royal would happen to get more main roster women on the card. And I'm going to talk about the main roster's women's reaction to them being in a battle royal in my comments video on Friday. But in my opinion, I knew that this was going to happen. That's why it upset me, but it didn't surprise me. But if they were going to do something like this, they could have easily done a Raw one, a SmackDown one, and then had the two face off one-on-one against each other, and the stipulation would still be the same. So, but I guess, if you want to be unpredictable and, have it be, it can't just be, a Raw or SmackDown superstar. It could be someone from NXT. It could be a legend. So I understood that aspect of it. But, and I understand the women's frustrations, but I have my feelings on those two, which I'm going to get into in the video on Friday. But, at least it has some stakes, so it's not all for naught, but it is a little annoying. Okay, let me skip all this. Literally, this is all that I'm skipping for. My God. All right. Trish and Lita's segment is next. Mickey and Alexa intimidate Trish and Lita and make fun of them not getting in practice or being in ring shape or being in a WWE ring. Like both of them weren't in the Women's Royal Rumble 9 months ago and didn't do amazing. And like both of them, when they found out that the singles matches were happening, didn't get into in-ring shape. But okay, it was a fine segment. My God, sorry. It was a fine segment. It did what it was supposed to do. But honestly, it was okay, I guess. Natalya versus Ruby Riott. Sasha and Bayley are there to even the odds against Sarah and Liv. Sasha made her return. I love the spot where Ruby goes for something on the top rope, then Natty throws her on the floor. That was really brutal. Um, Really good match. The Riot Squad attacks Natty, causing a DQ for Natty to win, but Natty, Sasha, and Bayley get the upper hand. Um, Now SmackDown 1000 women's segments. The opening segment is Our Truth TV with Carmella, and Our Truth with their guest Stephanie McMahon. I was so excited to see Stephanie, especially because not only was she in the opening segment of the first ever episode on SmackDown on April 27th, 1999, which, by the way, was the day I was supposed to be born. So that's weird. I wasn't supposed to be born May 11th. I was supposed to be born literally on that day. But she was also the first SmackDown GM and the first women GM in WWE, and she definitely set an amazing standard, not just for a woman, but for any GM. Like, legit, till this day, Stephanie is my favorite GM ever, Raw or SmackDown. Um, then then Shane and Vince come out, and Vince said they're here to be entertained, not listen to you two knuckleheads bicker. So, dance break, and it was just so fun. It was so goofy. I loved it. Um, Cutting edge segment with Charlotte and Becky, with the legend Edge. Love him. Um, Becky says she doesn't like herself. She loves herself, and she loves what she's become. And then she told Edge to stop being condescending, even though he wasn't, in my opinion, and get out of the ring and be careful you don't hurt your neck. Um, Charlotte came out and said Becky only cares about retaining the title, and that's why she ran at Super Showdown and why she ran last week before Charlotte put her through the LED board. Charlotte asked Becky, "You love what you become?" Then she said Becky's gonna love what Charlotte does to her right now, and then Charlotte attacks Becky. So yeah, cool segment. I liked it. Did its job. Becky fans are kind of annoying me though, overrating her heel work. Like, nothing Becky is doing is groundbreaking or ultra amazing. Like, you guys are trying to make it seem. Don't get me wrong, Becky's doing good, but they're trying to make it seem like she's the best heel that WWE has ever had, female wise. And I'm like, there's people on the main roster that are better heels than Becky right now. Please pump y'all brakes. Anyway, but good segment. It was cool. Did its job. For the NXT UK women's segments, the only one tonight was Toni Storm beat Nia Samuels with a code 0. Nice match. Good showcase for both women. The Tilt Award backbreaker by Nia, really, really good and aggressive. Love that. But yeah, nice segment, nice match. Now let's get on to Nikki versus Ronda. Ronda addresses the Bellas attack from last week is up next. Ronda calls the Bellas out because she wants an explanation on why they did what they did to her. Nikki said, explanation, you don't deserve one. And how I do this is I go by what each individual said. I don't go by the back and forth shit because it annoys me. What I do is I go by what each party said. I group it all together and what stood out to me. And then I do the last one-liner from each person at the end of the segment. And then I go into my thoughts. So that's how I'm gonna do this. So it's gonna be all Bella's, then Ronda, then Nikki's last statement, and then my thoughts. Bree said Ronda completely ignored what they did for the Women's Evolution, which, not trying to be funny, she did. The segment after SummerSlam, she talked about Natty being a cornerstone and basically said that Charlotte and Bayley's match at one of the takeovers started the evolution, which wasn't true. The evolution was happening way before people even knew what the fuck a Sasha and Bayley was. So she did basically ignore all the Bellas have done and all that they still do for the company. So yeah. Um and if she really thought they would sit there on the sidelines and watch her, they said you can't put yourself in WWE history when you've only got here 20 days ago, which was funny as hell and true, to be honest. It was funny as shit. Um, um, Bree said it's show business, not show friends. Nikki said the reason why they came back was because they were disgusted watching her be the face of the evolution and she didn't deserve to be champion. Nikki said the Bellas and the women of the Diva era made the word diva mean something strong and powerful. The show Total Divas brought more eyes and got more women and little girls in the audience than ever before, which she didn't lie. I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people that got interested because of Total Divas, and now they watch WWE regularly. They buy merch, and some of them even go to shows. So she wasn't lying when it came to that. Um, Also, if you wear a Bella Twins shirt outside of a wrestling event, people know exactly who they are. It's happened to me countless of times since I started wearing Bella merch in 2014, and even my Nikki/Bella cosplays, people know who I'm cosplaying as. They're like, "Oh, you're Nikki Bella," and I'm like, "Do you watch WWE?" And they're like, "No, but I watch Total Divas," and I'm like, "Oh." So the Bellas definitely helped bring women's wrestling to a mainstream that probably wouldn't have been there without the show. So she wasn't lying either. Um, the show made people want to see women's wrestling and the women on that show wrestle more, i.e., give divas a chance. Um, Nikki says she's done more in the WWE ring than Ronda will ever do in WWE. They've broken down so many barriers and doors for women that Ronda can ever imagine achieving. Ronda will never compare to them. Ronda said the Bellas weren't there to support her; they were there because a camera was pointed at her, and she's never seen so much desperation for attention. Ronda says she's surprised by how far the Bellas have gotten in the WWE with the minimal amount of talent they have, even though she's only had a handful of matches, so she shouldn't really be judging someone's talent. Not trying to be funny, she's done great in those matches, but sweetheart, we've seen people have 3 great matches and then completely bomb the rest of them, so you really shouldn't, Character-wise, I'm talking about, not real life. And by the way, when I read my statements and my thoughts, this is all character wise, not personal. The Bellas and Ronda are friends in real life. We all know that. This is how I feel about shit character wise. Once again, when you see me, once again, when I go on my, I guess, rant, you could say, or when I give my thoughts, it's not going to be real life Ronda Rousey or real life Nicole Garcia. It's going to be Ronda Rousey, the character, and Nikki Bella, the character. Okay? So just keep that in mind. I'm not a smart. I don't go after people's personal life like that. Um, Ronda says the only door Nikki knocked down was the one on John Cena's bedroom, and he eventually threw her out of the same door, even though publicity-wise, the story is Nikki broke up with John, so that kind of sounds dumb. Nikki told Ronda she's nothing but a loser that never deserved a title match, and she sure as hell didn't deserve to be champion. She does. Nikki does a Bella booty shake that sends out multiple security guards, which is the ultimate level of petty, level of petty, because she basically told Ronda to kiss her ass, and I freaking love it. I love heel Nikki. Like, don't get me wrong, I love face Nikki, but heel Nikki is that bitch. Oh my god, especially her Instagram promos. Fucking love them. Ronda drops the Bella's security guard and the Bella's plea. Now here's my thoughts on everything. And remember, once again, this is my thoughts when it comes to character-wise, not real life. I love this promo. It was amazing. by both women, even though I give Nikki an edge. And the smarks that pretended to not be invested, or the people that weren't invested at first, are definitely invested after the social media battle and promos given by Nikki and Rana this week. So big up to those women, because it's hard to get one part of the WWE universe invested, and I think on Monday they got all of the WWE universe invested, even the ones that don't want to admit it. Um, and this reminded me of this reminded me of Brie versus Stephanie, of Paige versus Bella Twins leading into WrestleMania, and of even a little bit of a Nikki versus Paige leading into Fastlane. So yeah, which by the way, all those were great stories to me. So I didn't mind it. Also, I don't mind that Ronda got the upper hand this week, especially since promo wise, when it comes to the tone, I feel like both were great. However, I feel like material and delivery and delivery wise, I definitely give Nikki the edge. Um, and I'm pretty sure the Bellas will get the upper hand next week. So I was cool with it. Um, and this is my thoughts on everything when it came to what Ronda said and all that stuff. We've all heard the John Cena shit. We've been hearing that since fucking 2013, okay? It's nothing new. So her bringing up John didn't surprise me at all. However, the Smarks acting like this is some brand new reservation, and this is some amazing thing that hasn't been said before, despite the fact that it's been said for 5 fucking years, look dumb. Because if we're going to be honest, if Rhonda can bring up the Bella's personal life simply because she can't come after their business and their um simply because she can't come after their business and their social media and their total diva stuff, then the Bellas, especially Nikki, could have easily come back with the fact that Rhonda got with her fiance while he was still married. Um, the fact that she was in a relationship with a alleged wife abuser. Um, because once again, because once again, if Nikki okays her bringing up her personal life, then Rhonda should do the same. It's not fair that the Bellas can't talk back when it comes to personal shit. Um, because just like Nikki's shit with John was publicized, Rhonda's personal life was publicized too. Um, the whole reason she's in WWE is because her coach sucked ass and couldn't help her progress anymore in the UFC. How she got beat in less than 3 minutes in her last two fights and had a whole fucking tantrum about it. Okay? How she wants to talk about the Bella stealing moves, even though Nikki didn't steal anything from John other than an STF, and even then, those that 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 they do are different. John's is a choke. John is a face like this. Nikki is a lock like this. So even then, their moves are different, and even then, people said Nikki did that move better than John. So basically, you're saying I saw my man move and then did it better than him. Bitch, that's a compliment. That's not an insult. um. Meanwhile, she stole Rowdy Piper's whole fucking persona. Okay. How she wants to talk about the Bellas not having talent, not working hard to be where they're at, yet she didn't have to go through developmental in NXT, unlike her friend Shayna did. How she got her first match at WrestleMania, got a title match in less than 3 weeks, became champion in less than 2 months, and have only appeared on like 20 Raws since debuting 9 fucking months ago, despite wanting to be called a fighting champion, wanting to earn respect, and wanting to be a full-time superstar. Like, the Bellas had plenty of fucking ammo. So clearly this was planned to make Ronda have the upper hand, because if we're going to be honest, the Bellas, especially Nikki, could go off about Ronda on some shit. So just saying that one, and like that one little line that I've heard time and time and fucking again does not impress me, and it does not make a fucking promo to me. Sorry. On top of that, half the shit that they had Ronda say was fucking cringy and made no type of sense whatsoever. Okay, at least the Bellas made sense in their promo. Okay, people are praising Ronda because of that one fucking line. That one line, in my opinion, saved Ronda's promo, because all that other shit, either we've heard it before, it was cringy as hell, or it made no sense. That one line saved Ronda's promo for me. And even then, it's just like, It wasn't even the line that saved the fucking promo for me. It was her delivery and her tone. But in my opinion, Nikki had the overall better promo when it comes to material, delivery, tone, all that type of stuff. So it's not like Nikki didn't have other great material than the stuff that she used. She did. But they wanted Ronda to get the upper hand on Monday, which again I understand and am okay with, because I think and hope next week the Bellas will get the upper hand. This is my opinion about the materials for Ronda's promo. I think that she did okay. I definitely think that she did really great. But a promo is more than just, to make a promo for me takes a lot of things that I don't have time to explain. And I feel like the only line that, and I feel like, not trying to be funny, like Do Nothing Bellas, the girls, the women that have created an empire in WWE, have created multiple empires outside of WWE, are Do Nothing Bellas because they date superstars? Like, that makes no sense, you know? Like, if that's the case, Stephanie McMahon is a do nothing bitch, you know? AJ Lee is a do nothing bitch. Like, all these people, Trish Stratus is a do nothing bitch. All these people that have helped pave the way for your ass are do nothing people because they happen to date superstars in your mind. Like, that's what people don't understand, is that when you go after someone for something, that could be used against multiple other people in the company. So it's dumb, in all honesty. But Ronda did okay. She did good. I'm not gonna bash her too much. And this, in all honesty, isn't even me bashing her per se. It's me bashing the dumbass fucking creative team that can't write for a fucking women's storyline. But they needed to go this route to get Smarks interested, or the ones that weren't pretending to be interested in the storyline, because it's their mindset running through Ronda basically. So I understood it. It annoyed the fuck out of me and was repetitive as hell on Ronda's side, but I understood it. I feel like Ronda had way too many cringy and idiotic lines in her promo for me to take half of the shit that she said seriously. And what saved her for me was her tone and delivery. And I feel like Ronda probably practiced that promo a lot too. But I'm not going to discredit her too much. She definitely did good, but a lot of the times materials and things like that really break or make a promo for me personally. I'm going to read a few comments. Someone says, she said a rehash of what all the other women have said before, like AJ, Paige, and Mella, is kind of stale now. They were equal in that promo, and I can agree with that. Like I said, I give Nikki the edge, though. She said, someone else said, that I was hoping Alexa did it because it seemed like her character, or even the Bellas. But when is someone going to mention how Ronda left UFC and came to WWE because she lost? Ronda went full in on the belts. They made it seem as if they could think of no type of comeback, which is true, which I talked about. And I was talking about this to one of my friends, and I said, when you think about it, the only thing these girls can go after Nikki about is her relationship, because Nikki is a top tier woman, not even woman, just a top tier superstar in WWE period. And in WWE, so that just shows how much she's accomplished WWE wise, and outside of WWE, that they have to go after something that wasn't acknowledged on WWE TV in full form until like 2016 to 17. And what I mean by that is they've mentioned it, they've talked about it, but them together have never been on a WWE TV show, Raw, SmackDown, Superstars, pay-per-view until until the end of February till the beginning of April 2017. Other than that, people only talk about Nikki and John because it's on a reality show. But you never saw them in a WWE ring. Like, we saw Natty and TJ in a WWE ring. Brie had a whole fucking storyline. 2. Actually, no, 3. In fact, with Daniel. 1 in 2011, 1 in 2013 and 14, and 1 this year. We only had one storyline with Nina that lasted for like a month. So if you have to drag her about something that you only saw for a month, and you can't drag her for her accomplishments, then that just shows what your thinking is, and that you feel like a woman can only be successful because of a man. And coming from you, that's a little hypocritical. But like I said, this is how I feel about the characters saying this crap. And it's also annoying when the face do it. Like when the heels, like when Carmella and Natalia and Ms. Maurice did it, I didn't mind it because, one, Nikki was able to fight back verbally, and physically she was able to prove them wrong. We might not be able to say for Ronda when it comes to winning, but I definitely think she's going to give Ronda a fight at Evolution. That's for sure. But all in all, it definitely made a lot of controversy. It definitely made a lot of headlines. And someone also said that this is why it's the main event, because it's getting the most attention, which is true. But yeah, I'm in the middle with it. I'm in the middle because on one hand, they had to do something that would bring the smarks and the people that feel this way about the Bellas into the show and want to watch the show and all that. But it's also kind of condescending and a slap in the face to the people that were already excited for the show and that feel like, really, this bullshit again? You can't write another storyline for the Bellas besides their men? Like, other superstars don't date other fucking superstars? Like, these smarks are acting like Nikki was just fucking John. Motherfucker, they like dumbasses. They were in a 6-year damn relationship. They're in a 6-year damn relationship. Like, the fuck are y'all talking about? Like, not trying to be funny, the Bellas their characters weren't a Tori Wilson per se. Their characters weren't a Stacy Keibler or a Sunny or a Sable. Those weren't their characters. Ever. So, it's just, I don't know, hypocritical bullshit when it comes to the Bellas. But I definitely didn't mind it. I definitely felt like it brought in attention that I definitely feel like the IG promos and the promo in the ring brought really good attention. Not good attention, but it brought a huge amount of attention that we probably wouldn't get from, like, let's say Becky or Charlotte storyline. So I guess it did its purpose. Like I said, I'm in the middle of it. I'm in the middle, but I'm excited to see what happens next week. So I will see you guys in the next video, which is gonna be May Young Classic. Bye.